living in this drama, drama. Baby, you know I'm not getting over you. Baby, you know I'm not getting over you. Hey.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Paganello. We're here on the beaches in Rimini for this first women's semi-final. We've got WOOP Women's versus Tequila Junior, which is the Tequila Boom Boom from Rimini's women's team. This is their young team. I'm Amelia Durbin, joined by Stefan Rapazzo in the booth. How you doing, Steph?
Fantastic, excited to be here. Semi-finals, music's pumping. My blood is pumping just the same. WOOP, last year's champions, a very new look WOOP, taking on the youngsters from the hometown. And we've seen around the traps ourselves in junior divisions and all over on grass, a bit more on beach, but we're getting to know these names of these up-and-comers from Rimini. They will have their hands full with WOOP. Both these teams have progressed quite nicely. Tequila Junior only dropped a game to Italy women, but have still managed to find their way into the semi-final. So they've picked up a big win in the last round, and now they're going to have to step it up one more time as they progress through these brackets. The competition steps up with each new round. WOOP taking on Tequila Junior. I can't wait for this to get started.
Yeah, you can see us here in the booth waving ourselves. This is Paganello, the premier ultimate beach tournament. As you see our co-commentator Chopper giving us a good old boogie in front of the booth. Now this Tequila Junior side, there are some names that Steph and I remember from the U17's European Championships last year, nearly a year ago. Agata Benzi, Chiara Festa, Viola Novelli, some names that we absolutely said over and over and over at that championships.
Yeah, these girls are going to be something someday soon. Is today that day where there's something? Of course there's something without a performance already. They're proving themselves, but every new opportunity to be able to prove yourself on the bigger and bigger stages, especially for juniors moving up each year. It's incredible, and this will probably be for many of them the stiffest competition they've faced as a young unit.
Yeah, and what an opportunity for the young unit. You can see their coach on the line there, giving them a shout, couple waves for the fans at home. Obviously, Tequila Boom Boom, the junior side from Rimini, so they're going to have a strong sideline. There's a huge Italy output here that's going to be cheering them on. And they are up against WOOP, who I believe won the tournament last year. You mentioned they've got a slightly different roster there, but there are still some incredible names on there. We've got Gerner, Olivier, Zhang, Patino, names that are stalwarts in the European scene on grass, also for their national teams.
Oh yeah, Lewandowska, another big name there. Albani, they're just talented from top to bottom, and that is the plain truth of it. They got through their semi against the Latvian team that is kind of like a Salaspils esque kind of team, and Yeah, and as you said, they only had 2 remaining WOOP players from last year, Natalia and Chloé Olivier. The rest are brand new recruits, so a good program to be able to recruit this well into a second year.
Absolutely, and we are off to the races. WOOP with the disc down to Olivier. Pops it to Gerner, flies, but can't get there. Tequila Junior pick up quickly. Benzi with the disc distributes. A big force from Olivier. Benzi down the sideline with some pressure. High disc goes down and swatted away. Another quick start for WOOP now. Down to the streaking player of Olivier. Not in. Looking for a player to come up and join her. Dishes backfield. Now there's the one-on-one battle. Doesn't need to bid for it. Olivier with the goal. That is 1-0 for WOOP.
Yeah, they made that look easy after the hockey assist. The big throw to get to Olivier was nice. Olivier, I love that she waited. I love Albani didn't force her way in. Just waited, made herself a dump, and Chloe made one move. I was a bit surprised Albani threw a backhand there, not a forehand. But there's the lovely Lewandowska huck. Beautiful to Chloe. Didn't quite get the meters in. But this is what I like here. I'm surprised with Albani's backhand instead of a forehand, but I'm loving how quickly, there's another look at the huck from the drone, loving how quickly she got rid of it once she did come and get her hand on the disc. Let's see if we see this finishing touch here. Boom and boom. I thought it might have been a forehand, but otherwise, just quick. One step was all the separation she wanted and or needed, particularly without a mark on.
Yeah, just isolated the wrist. I love Olivier's body language as well when she came down with that disc. Kind of looked pretty nonchalant, just stood there thinking, come on, up you come, and a goal for them. So Tequila with the disc on their offensive campaign. WOOP in hot pursuit. Disc on this closest sideline now. Goes back center. Great pressure from WOOP, but not able to get there. Looking for an outlet. Stall count still fairly low. Good reset pass down to Mana. End zone isolation, doesn't take it. Chiara with the disc now. Dishes across. Mana, disc in hand. Needs to try and get the disc off the sideline. Does not need to. Goes straight into the goal. Don't have the number of the 62 shirt, but that is a clean hold for the Tequila Junior side. It's 1-1 here, all serve.
Love to see it. Steady the ship. A calm offense going through lots of hands, if not all the hands, taking their time to walk one in after getting broken on the first point of game, after against an opponent who is theoretically better than you. You know, these are the moments in games where, you know, 1 point slips away and 2, 3, 4 could just be gone before you know it. Love to see Tequila Junior hold their mettle and walk one all the way down the field with a sense of patience about their offense.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is an amazing opportunity for these junior players. They've got a hell of a career ahead of them, and this is the level they're playing at now.
So Tequila Junior beat Trenila Chuf Chuf, their older sister team, to get into this semi.
Ooh,
on Universe Point, 11-10.
Wow, what an achievement. I bet that was a great game.
I would imagine. Italy women got in. They'll play Fury. And WOOP beat up Snakebite Snackers. That's the Latvian team.
Gerner with the reception from the huck. Playing in a shirt. Not everyone's chosen choice of fabric, but looking cool.
Yeah, Gerner's embracing the spaghetti western theme from the get-go. Her cowboy hat's fallen off, though. She's going to lose points for that.
Ooh, stutters.
Yeah, Albani didn't get her footing right there. Stutter is the right word, Gerb. She had it seemingly read well, but the takeoff foot just wouldn't get under her there.
Benzi with the disc. Good layout, really well held there. Down to Agata Benzi. We've seen her shoot at the national stage. There it is. That's a break for Tequila Junior. It is 2-1 here in favor of Tequila. Unfortunately, a turnover from no mistake of their own there. Albani just having to trip up, getting eaten by the sand monster.
Wow. I love to see this. A simple error, but a definitive finish, a definitive break goal from Tequila. A beautiful big throw. You see Barbara Bondi, the coach, longtime coach. You'll see Nicola Fiata coaching too. They've got a great list of wise minds on their sideline for Rimini. So it's this is the exact start they wanted, I think. Like to actually take a little punch in the mouth, so to speak, be broken, respond with a slow and steady hold, and then to break right back. This is as good as you could get for Tequila Junior.
Absolutely. As WOOP now with the disc, Olivier fires one up. It's fast, it's falling, and I just can't get there. Just a little bit too hot for the receiver.
And that is Elena Bengi out there.
Oh.
So she was missing yesterday. We were wondering where she might be, but that's Elena Bengi. She is rostered, so it makes perfect sense.
Tequila Junior not necessarily shooting up wind, but some good defensive pressure from WOOP. Tequila favoring for the kind of up the lines throw and go.
Now, can they break again? That would be Olivier, and what a grab!
Great bid. Great. Oh, just snaffled away by Bengi, who wasn't here this morning. Pressure on the deed, gets a little layout. Unfortunately not there, but that is a hold and a score for WOOP.
And that is Bengi to Nesanik. A great finish. I thought Tequila Junior looked really good throughout that point. Even, you know, that grab to hold on with Olivier on your shoulder. Right there it is. The next throw, though, a little too high, and you see the pressure. And this is why WOOP's so good. You know, they don't play together, they don't have a system, but they're just full of stars. They're full of players who know how to play so many positions. They've done it with so many different teammates. They can adapt to different play styles and game styles. And it's why, like, an all-star pickup team, as much as it's like, yeah, but they're a pickup team, it works sometimes because these players are, you know, an all-star in Ultimate is somebody who's so experienced and athletic they can play every role. And as long as a team like this can find an identity, then all these players can easily slip into the roles.
Yeah, I think also when you've been playing for such a long time at such a high level, there's just certain movements and shapes that just work every time, and players know what they are and how to hit them.
Yeah.
Oh, we see a beautiful pull by WOOP.
Right in the corner. Front corner of the end zone.
Benzi with the disc, really someone who can drive this offense. Goes down the line and unfortunately does not manage to get three. Needs to sneak an IO, finds it. Beautiful backhand distribution into the IO. This is looking really good from the Tequila side. Viola with the disc. Down to Chiara. Low disc, but well held. Right on the doorstep, and that's a goal for Tequila Junior side. It's 3-2. They're still up.
Staying ahead, a couple holds since our early game breaks. And the Riminese, I'll say it again, the best thing for them, you know, am I going to go as far as saying they're in the driver's seat, they're the favorites to win this game now? I don't think so. They're still going to have to resist some hot defense, and they're really going to have to step it up if they really want to be in the conversation late in the game. But it's the best possible start. They They faced adversity. They took that punch in the mouth. They responded, and now they're just kids, like in a dogfight here. Why not? They don't know any better. Let's just keep swinging, they say.
Well, I think sometimes that is why these games do end up being closer or more contested than you initially think, because one team comes out with absolutely nothing to lose, as we see Zhang on the disc.
That's why
down
we play
to
the
Olivier.
games. Oh.
Beautiful hut goes up, absolutely decisively swatted away. That's a turnover for WOOP, and one they're probably not going to be too pleased with.
No, Olivier did not get that throw. You see her smack her hip after the throw. Not pleased with herself. Just not enough on it. It curled in way too early, and now another chance.
Tequila Juniors stuck on the sideline, going to need to find an outlet, finds it. It's very high. I don't think that's going to stay in bounds, and it's swatted away just in case.
Yeah, Natalia Bocanegra Gomez gets there first, the Colombian speedster, playing out of Paris with Yaka for many years now. And she definitely made sure she got in front to get that spiked away.
Bengi on the disc, throws the break throw.
Falconed off the face, but kept off the sand.
Down to Zhang in that white cowboy hat. Flows to Olivier, holsters the flick hook this time, throws the backhand. That is a dime of a throw.
A beautiful throw. Ricky actually had the backhand that's sent out there, and it was Olivier on the receiving end. But beautiful throw to finish off. I like what I keep seeing from Tequila Jr. They're fighting, they're getting Ds, they're giving themselves opportunities. This time, WOOP got it back, and they were decisive about it. That one big throw, Ricky really opened it up, and Olivier's tough to beat in a one-on-one in the end zone. If you're going to give her steps like she's got there with a great throw, if you can open her up into space, that's just making it way too easy for her.
I think I got confused by the purple and pink neckerchiefs there. Just too distracted by the clear style and the theming of this WOOP team.
The old neckerchiefs. I guess that's a key component to a cowboy costume as well, a neckerchief. Maybe I got to find a way to get my hand on the old neckerchief tonight.
You could steal one off them.
You got me thinking. I don't steal, though.
No. All right, then, here we are at Paganello. It's 3-3 in this women's semi-final. Tequila Boom Boom's junior side versus the previous winners, WOOP. Tequila are currently up and playing a good amount of offense, looking still cool downfield. WOOP are applying a lot of defense, though.
There's a tumble there, accidental fall into the legs there, but they continue.
Goes to Benzi, 2 over the head, and Gerner comes flying in, but they keep hold of it. Back to Benzi, just really driving. Gerner all over the field, multiple layouts, finds a release valve. That's a goal for Tequila, even with a huge amount of pressure on the back hip of nearly every throw.
Patino was coming. Gerner threw himself twice. Huard came at him like they were coming. And again, Tequila Jr. are playing like experienced adults out there, but they still got the legs of juniors, and that's dangerous.
Yeah, we can see it again here. Goes to Benzi over the top. 2 players get confused. Gerner flies in, can't get there. And again, another bid from Gerner. Takes the inside lane, flies, and unfortunately can't get there. Leaves the IO channel open and just slots it right in.
Cracking game here. Make sure you smash that like button for yourself, for us. We'll all be better for it. And let us know in the chats who you like. What do you like about this game? Do you like the uniforms? Do you have a team you like, you see winning? Is there a team you prefer to win? And where are you watching from? Tell us everything. We want to know.
Tiff Zhang catches the pull.
Bengi.
Ooh.
Yeah, she puts it down. She knew.
Yeah.
It's a great catch, but not in.
Great catch, just a little bit too far. You can see it again on the replay here. Does a lovely lateral slash, but the disc is just a little bit too far and just lands out of bounds on top of the disc, which means Tequila have got an opportunity to break here.
Oh.
There we go.
Bengi, the foul's called, and I think it's justified. She was clear around I think there was good body control to snake around, like to curve her back on the layout, but she fell, like there was enough contact at the point of the block, and then a lot of contact when she fell onto her.
Yeah, we can see it again here. Didn't really get a good look there, but the foul is going to be contested, which means it's going to go back to the player. Bengi really putting the body on the line. A great bid, probably a fair outcome to be contested and sent back. Let's see what Tequila can do with the disc in hand. Lovely option, super weighted to the flick side. Viola with the disc, looking for a reset, can't find it. Goes down the line.
Wow, I can't believe they got away with that. They were very congested.
And again, knocking on the door of their end zone. End zone movement not looking too great, but they come out of the end zone. Mana with the disc now.
In her hand.
Double cut to the front of the end zone. Finds it. There's a goal. I think what's kind of happening is the end zone movement by Tequila Juniors isn't that great, which means it's quite hard to defend.
That's strange, but I guess so. Are we going to see a timeout? I'm surprised we're not getting a timeout from WOOP. They're maybe partying a little bit too hard last night, maybe the opening night. I'm surprised there's no timeout. You said they're a little bit disorganized. I agreed, but that should theoretically make it easier to contain. But WOOP were switching a lot with the disorganization and leaving a couple open. If they played a little bit more disciplined, stay with my assignment defense, I think that disorganization from Junior would have been costly to them. Instead, it was the inverse, and it's Tequila with a 5-3 lead.
You got to give credit, though, to the WOOP defense. They are inches from every single disc, and it's the maturity of the Tequila sides that just managing to keep their composure.
But right now is what we got to see from WOOP to believe that they can hold when they receive pulls, because I do believe they're going to get Ds as this game goes on. They're flying. They're torpedoes right now. Can they put this one in?
Just tapped away.
Convincingly or no?
Almost needed a more aggressive swat, but just like whiffed it with the fingertips. Maybe probably made it a little bit easier to catch.
Yeah, Patino put the throw up. Lewandowski read it well. It was just over the defense. So I said convincingly or no. I think or no is where I was leaning on that one. But they got away with one. Now let's see if these firing rocket bodies can get them a D. And the breaks, one of the 3 breaks they're going to need to win this game.
I mean, credit where credit's due. Got a hand on it. You see it again, just kind of really holding onto the disc. Absolutely whips it out. Sits perfectly. Not really much the defender can do. It would have been a sick play if they managed to swat it down from there. WOOP now out on defense with the line. High pull from Bengi. Comfortably caught and centered immediately from the junior side. Io through the middle. Fakes off the huck, doesn't want it. Laurino says no. Down to Laurino again. Oh, just off the hand, needs a bid to take it. Bengi picks up immediately. Throws it deep to a streaking receiver. And there it is.
Olivier.
That's the goal.
And so all these bodies flying the last 3-4 points, layout bids, and Tequila maintain possession. This time, an unforced error gives WOOP the opportunity they were hoping for. One throw, Bengi picks up and scores. So not really what I was expecting based on the patterns of this game, but that is just how lethal WOOP are. Tequila playing out of their minds thus far, but they're going to have to keep it up just a little bit longer if they're going to be able to pull this baby off.
Absolutely. And to be fair, both teams are able to capitalize on the mistakes of the others, but maybe now the wheel is turning into more of the favor of WOOP. Tequila Junior side are still up. They're still trading up. If they slot this in, it's going to be 6-5, which is a very, very convincing scoreline, especially to be in 20 minutes. Games are only to 45 minutes here, cap at 13. Let's see if this junior side can keep their composure as well as they have been so far. Disc is centered comfortably.
Uh-oh.
And there is the turn. Benzi distributes, and it's unfortunately not a completion. Gerner with the disc now.
Yeah, Patino was wide open and not seen cutting to the end zone.
Lovely flick through the middle from Gerner.
Huard on the reception.
Goes backfield to Gerner. Miscommunication and just too far and fast. You can see a bit of a miscom. The hands, some frustration between the players saying, I thought you were going to cut, I thought you were going to cut, but alas, no one did.
Yeah, Gerner and Lewandowska, long-time teammates, all the way back from Eurostars. They had, what's a female version of a bromance? Whatever that is, they had. Girlmance. And now Jinx teammates and, you know, many pickup teams here and there. And yeah, cheeky little.
Benzie puts it high. Swatted away.
Huard takes it out of the sky.
I also didn't realize Gerner was a Eurostar.
Ah, yeah. 2-time, I believe.
Yeah.
She was a young one then.
I remember because one of the Amelia Kenneth. Oh, we got a foul on the throw. To be fair, that disc did come out a bit weird. We know that Benzie, again, having seen her play at the U17s level, is able to put out some beautiful flick hucks and maybe just a little bit too much. Nice backhand around from the young superstar.
Chiara Festa with that disc there now.
Pick being called, just getting tangled up in the middle. Festa, also another player that we noted a lot at that tournament. So impressive to see these young players being able to play at this level. Low disc, foul being called, and I do understand and respect that.
Lewandowska thinks she's innocent here. I'm not sure I saw it. I thought there was maybe on the body side. I didn't think I saw it on the release side of the disc. But anyhow.
Benzie needs the option, can't find it. Fakes nicely down to Festa. These two players working lovely together. That is a throw and a half. Bids. Has she kept it in bounds? She has. The score is given. What a goal.
Touchdown. Chiara Festa with the beautiful backhand. Called the foul earlier on the throw. Got the disc back 3 throws later. And opened up the elbow and arm there to send the backhand. Hey, listen, Tequila, they're still in it here. They're still in the lead. They're still in the driver's seat, and they are bringing it.
That is Novelli with the layout score. Just tracks on, chases all the way down, lays out, pops the knee. The knee almost kept her in bounds. That's really good composure from the young player. And that is a goal for Tequila Junior. I'm so impressed. Love that throw as well. A lot of people would say don't throw in the same third that you're in. If you've got throws like that, I think you can probably do it. Here we are then. WOOP versus Tequila Junior. An immediate huck goes from Tiff Zhang, but just a miscommunication or not necessarily received.
Hear the halftime music playing.
Tequila with the disc, looking a little bit stuck for options. Some fantastic defense from WOOP, but able to slip one out down the sideline. Lovely throw.
Oh, travel called. Sand travels.
Bianchi with the disc, goes down the sideline. You can see gesturing for a reset is Mani. Armati with the disc. A real battle, way to keep it in the hand there from Bianchi.
Ooh, those bids are coming, but they keep completing.
Stall count must be getting high now. They're going to need to do something. Chucks it over the top, a one-on-one sky battle. What a grab! Tequila Junior get the break, and that takes us to 7-5 in this women's quad semi-final.
Bea Fabri gets up, and Big Bengi gave her just a little bit of space, thinking, hey, if they go over the top here, I can make up for this. I'll get her. But she gave her too much space. A perfect disc, really. It looked like swill. It came out bladey, but it landed high, and no chance for anybody but Fabri, especially against an elite big defender like Elena Bengi.
Now, what I
Wow.
will say is that WOOP probably feeling slightly frustrated. They are putting 150% out there on defense. Every single disc is contested with a bid or a shoulder press, and these Tequila Junior players are holding on to it and keeping their composure. Now, that is impressive. It's half time here in this women's semi-final. WOOP versus the Tequila Boom Boom Junior side. In the booth, we're going to take a quick timeout and we'll be back to join you very, very soon.
We live in a world where everything can be referenced online. Imagine if the greatest moments in our sport were never filmed. Eurodisc continues to do what it takes to make free-to-watch live streams a reality. Let's leave nothing to the imagination. We'll consume the action live, and we'll support those that help to make it happen. If it wasn't streamed, it didn't happen. Eurodisc. What a grab! Oh my God! Somehow they do it!
Welcome back to this women's semi-final here at Paganello. Tequila Junior side, a bunch of players who are probably all U20s are currently 2 points clear of the previous winners. WOOP, a bit of a European super team as we see Tequila capitalizing on the free player deep, and they take it. After halftime, Tequila are coming out on offense, so they're going to be wanting to slot this in and take a 3-point lead.
Unbelievable if they can pull off this miracle. Everybody back home, I can't believe nobody's entered the chats yet, because this is absolutely astounding that they have the lead into the second half now.
Yeah, Mani going overtime here with a couple of beautiful high grabs with Laurino working with her. See Benzi free in the end zone, doesn't take it. Goes backfield, dishes again forward to Bianchi.
Oh!
There's the block.
Albani, she got pushed by her teammate there. Albani from Rimini, so knows these youth very well. And Albani got in front and got a little shove, saying, hey, why are you picking on me? Here's Garner.
Garner throws it deep, too deep. Cut, stops, and some frustration.
The tent blown up right now. They're at the finals or main event of the freestyle going on inside. Paga's got it all.
Does have it all. Thank you to everyone who's helped make this possible, and thank you to everyone who's helped bring us here today. It's not possible without your support from home. If you're enjoying this game, why not smash the like button, because we would if we could, and press subscribe and turn on that notification bell if you want to know everything that's going on with ULTI.TV this year. Not only are we at Paganello, we've got a hell of a lot more Frisbee coming your way this season. Tequila Junior stuck on the sideline, goes over, doesn't get there, unfortunately, just a little bit too far. A good bailout though, throwing the disc forward.
And its stall out is being discussed. I think it's an accepted stall out, so we'll go back to the point of the throw and WOOP will take over there. If it's an accepted stall out. If it's contested, then it's Tequila's disc again. That's very honorable. There's not many stall counts you see accepted. Most people are like, no, 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 I got it out on time. Of course I did.
It's my absolute pet hate when there is a stall out called, and when you reach 10, the player goes fast count.
Yeah.
You should have said that at 2.
Yeah. But also there is some truth in counters getting faster towards the end.
That's true.
Sometimes legitimacy about it.
Gerner with the disc. Beautiful backhand around. Is it too far? It's just off the fingertips. What fantastic grab. Fantastic layout though. And again, here it is. The points are starting to churn up. The turnovers are happening. 2, 3 apiece for each team.
Gerner.
There it is. That's the goal for WOOP. A break out of half, 6-7.
That's a big one. They really needed that. And, you know, the longer these points go, the more it favors the experience. For that first point of the second half, to get a break for WOOP to come out working hard. There's still fire in their bodies. I think it's a big point. I'm not going to say it's the turning point of the game, but I imagine they're going to be able to use this now, pulling, and they're going to want to pull the rest of the game, or, you know, a big part of the rest of the game now. But these flying bodies, this constant pressure is going to pay more of a toll on the youngsters from Rimini as fatigue sets in with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the coach here of this junior side probably saying for them to keep the energy, keep the momentum, keep the positive attitude, because when you're coming up against such a big roster like WOOP, you need to believe in yourself in order to get the Frisbee going. And you can see that Tequila have come in with so much energy and passion and belief, and let's hope that they can still push that out there. WOOP just 1 point away from bringing it back even, as we see the Tequila line taking off some of the familiar O-line players.
Oh, a nice poach tee by Zhang. Comes off and makes the play behind.
Olivier with the disc. Fakes the flick under. Gesturing, needs an option. That's a beautiful cut there. High disc. Can Olivier get there? Of course she can. She's a beach world medalist. Again, looking for an option, finds it backfield in Zhang, who's now taken off the white shirt. What a throw! Straight across the middle. It's all tied evens here.
Zhang gives a little flex there after the assist. She's stoked on life. Couple mullets on the board. She's all tied up at sevens again. And I think you're starting to see the resurgence of WOOP. They're finding themselves out there. Leveled things up. They have not taken a lead yet. They've not been in the lead since 1-0. But I'm starting to feel a momentum shift. How about you back home? Do you feel the momentum shifting? Let us know in the chats. And hit the like button while you're at it.
This WOOP team has got a real spread of nationalities and specifically European club teams. I can count 3. We've got Jinx.
Yeah.
We've got... I've completely gone out of my mind.
Yaka.
Yaka.
You definitely got Yaka. You got Shout.
There you are.
The pull goes right out the back. Too much muscles.
What I will say, Tiff Zhang playing Bristol Women at Tom's.
No.
Yeah.
OMG.
There you go. Just wanted to drop that one in there.
Have you introduced yourself?
No.
I knew you wouldn't have.
Sorry.
Are you going to?
I mean, I only found out literally like 10 minutes ago that she's here. So, hi, Tiff. Looking forward to playing with you. Actually, I'm not even playing with you. Turnover. WOOP with the disc. Momentum has definitely shifted. There's 2 players there. Of course, it's Gerner looking for a one-on-one isolation in the end zone. You can see that she really wants the IO, but dishes backwards. There's that handler movement that we all know too well. Continues down the line. Bit static downfield for WOOP, but striking across laterally. High disc, free in the end zone. There it is. There's the goal. WOOP now fully with the foot on the accelerator. It's 8-7.
Yeah.
10 minutes left.
How do you stem the flow here? I'm taking a timeout if I am Tequila Jr. right now. May have taken it after the last point, but certainly would be. I believe they still have one. But they're going to sit on it and send out the troops. It's 8-7 now, but WOOP have really stolen the momentum there in every facet of the game. Here you see another look at the finish. Boca Negra Gomez put some air under it. Lewandowska in the back of the end zone, and that accounts for the 1-goal lead.
Yeah, I think WOOP have obviously said something to themselves, whether they've even had a team talk or whether each player has just said, all right, I got to raise the standard here if I want to be in that final.
We know this. We want to play in the final. We want to go out and party tonight knowing that we got to put it together for one big showcase game tomorrow.
And what a showcase game it's going to be if the odds go in the way that we're anticipating them to go. They will be playing against the San Francisco Fury team, the most recent gold medalists of a world champion. No, they didn't win. So sorry. They came silver. Did they win nationals this year?
They won nationals.
That's what I'm thinking of. Players from all of our Hall of Fames, probably.
Yep.
And so that is going to be an incredible matchup. But both of those teams have got to win their semi-finals, and this game is not over for the Tequila Junior side. Anything's possible.
Not by any
They've been up.
Been up all game. It's the first time they've been down since 1-0.
Tequila then on the sideline. Novelli had the disc.
And didn't have much of a window to throw into there. Olivier was coming on the heels, threw it up the line, and had to be pinpoint to make it, and it just was overleading. You could tell she was trying to avoid the defensive pressure of Olivier.
Bengi on the disc and just kind of throws an IO that just sails away from the receiver and isn't able to be caught. Back to Tequila Junior with Bianchi on the disc. Into the middle to Armati. Fabrini throws into the end zone, snaffles it down. That's a goal for Tequila, 8-8.
Couple of snowmen on the board there. Junior, they ain't done yet. They're coming, and they've walked a nice one in there. Bianchi playing really well out there from the initiation point, cutting well in between. Tequila staying alive here like the Bee Gees right now. Here's the throw. Look at that throw. An absolute humdinger of a throw. I loved every part of that out of Bea Fabri.
Yeah, really good form as well. Really pulls back with the elbow and snaps it through. That might be the energy booster that we might need for Tequila to bring back that energy and that flair that they had at the start of the game. There was a bit of a dip in the middle where WOOP were able to capitalize, but fingers crossed they can bring back some of that fire.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. A low pull from Tequila, centered. Really nice grab from Olivier. Bit of confusion downfield with kind of who's going who. Some lovely defense. Throws over the top, and it's off the hand.
Bengi and Olivier have both missed going laterally, not necessarily to one another, but both those lateral passes have just been too far out of both hands. Can they get it back?
Tequila looking very stuck on the sideline. Visionary over the top, can't come down with it. WOOP with the disc in the center. Movement downfield. Can Gerner get there? Oh!
Anna Gerner puts on the afterburner, but still can't squeeze the hand on it. Beautiful, very Gerner-esque layout style. There she is. Oh, Gerner. So good, but a miss this time.
Just taps it away with the palm of the hand. I mean, fair play to even get a hand on that disc.
Timeout called, and now I like it. I think I would have liked to see it between points, but I'll take an in-game timeout like that. Dangerous on their own line, though, Derbs. Shall we take a break, too?
We'll take a break. We'll take a break. Not where I would take a timeout, but we'll talk about that when we're straight back with you shortly.
Brothers, my brothers all three up there. Yeah. They're all in college now. If I go on that side, here, I'm gonna come and celebrate to the camera for score.
Here we go.
This year, London Invite is bigger than ever, with 8 teams in the Open Division, 8 teams in the Women's Division, and for the first time, a full 8-team Mixed Division.
With 5 World Games teams, USA, Canada, Australia, Germany, France.
As well as the Tokai Super Team, is sure to be the ultimate showcase of the best in the world.
More teams, more streams, more stars, more ultimate.
More excitement.
You're not going to want to miss London Invite 2025.
Lightspeed, a global venture capital firm, is proud to sponsor Team Play, where excellence and cohesion take center stage.
Welcome back to Paganello. We are here watching a women's semi-final, WOOP versus Tequila, a junior side versus a previous winner of Paganello, last year's winner. What you're seeing here is a timeout being called by the Tequila junior side on the front of their end zone line. Steph, what are your thoughts on that position?
Yeah, I don't love it. Like, I wanted them to call the timeout before the last point. Now picking it up, it's such a danger zone, especially late in the game. Nerves are higher. Fatigue is up. Let's see. I don't really love the prospect. I hope they can prove me wrong.
Manages to get a pass out, but still in the red zone, still in the danger place. Benzi with the disc, marked by
Bengi.
Bengi.
Benzi on Bengi.
Bengi on Benzi, that's a mouthful. Really looking for an outlet. Fires high, throws to no one. Love the positioning though of that Huck, able to throw it deep, get it away from the red zone, but it gives Whoop a very nice central position with Gerner looking like the threat.
And it's Olivier who cuts first, and that looks like it's going to work. She opens up the airplane arms, which I don't love ever, but she does make good with it. 9-8, and now they have finally, really, established the driver's seat. They are dictating now. It's the second time they've been in the lead. They're staying in front despite Tequila being able to hold. They're going to need to come up with major heroics to finish this one in front of Whoop.
Absolutely. 9-8, 3 minutes on the clock. We didn't have Bengi in the previous game that we had streamed by Whoop, but has really made a difference. Has had some turnovers, but has really contributed to kind of like the fire and the energy that this Whoop side is bringing. I think there's still something exciting to happen. I'm comfortable with saying that.
Yeah, I think we got some more excitement too. I think this one is going to be tight. I'd like Whoop in the driver's seat, or I understand they're there. I think, these youngsters are not going to stop swinging.
They're not. They're resilient. They've got a lot to give, and realistically, they've got nothing to lose. They're up against their, arguably big sisters of Ultimate, the people that they probably look up to.
For sure. They've watched them play. They've watched them on ULTI.TV many times, I'm sure.
Tequila Junior then. Bianchi. Throws down the line. Still in the hands of Bianchi.
Travel call.
Boo.
Tough one. Don't love it. Was there? Oh, that was a little bit extra running. I don't mind that one. The established pivot, like slide foot in sand, is a travel call. That one was just a little bit of extra stepping from Bianchi.
Nice shape throw. Good way to use the body. Fabri down to Amati. Needs to find an outlet. Finds it in Lourinho. Not too comfortable breaking the mark.
Help defense.
Snaffled away.
To the rescue. Huard. And then started it from the back of her end zone instead of walking it up. Interesting choice.
No, not too much of a thing for Whoop, though. They're able to get out very quickly. Gerner squirreling around, doing what she does best, driving from the back. Deep throw, doesn't go. High, trailing, out of bounds, lays out, smacked away. That's a turnover for Whoop.
Right back into the hands of Tequila, and they're in the red zone from the sideline.
Bianchi with the disc. Same throw exactly. And it's a goal. Almaty with the goal. Thrown to by Bianchi. Still in contention, 9-9. Time is over.
Okay, so the point was over before time was over. So this is not universe point. We finish this point. Add one, so we will be playing a game, 2-11. Can either of these outfits string together two in a row and end it, or will we see a universe point?
So I think mentally both teams are probably in the most different place they could be. Whoop, realistically, what's on order for them is pride. They won it last year, and as the kind of the big dogs, the icons, the team to beat, the European celebrities as such, you do not want to be beaten by a junior team. It's not an insult to a junior team, but you've established yourself as being one of the best.
Yeah, it is a vacuum of pride, for sure. You're absolutely right there.
And the Tequila side, they're the underdogs, but they're probably nervous.
Oh, yeah. They haven't been here as many times. They don't know what to do quite the same in these situations. Let's
No.
see it all unfold.
Olivier with the disc. Bengi can't get free. Down the line straight away. Taken in really nicely. Bengi down. Turnover.
Goodness gracious.
Olivier throws a bit low. Bengi can't get there. Two people that have had some turnovers this game, probably more than we're used to seeing.
Yeah. They're both like highly involved in the offense, getting lots of touches, but still a couple more turnovers than we should anticipate out of players of their stature.
However, it happens.
It does.
We still rate you. We still
Shooters
think you're
got to
great.
shoot. You know, have a good day, bad day. You got to keep playing.
You miss 100% of the passes you don't take at the end of the day.
That's right. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott, Amelia Durbin.
You can find me on all good social medias. There's the huck. Body's underneath it. Olivier's got a good read on it. Whoa!
Oh my goodness. What is going on out here? They have just retaken the lead, and timing could not have been better. 10-9, game to 11.
Wow. Game to 11. Tequila Juniors are up 10-9 on the team that we all thought was going to beat them.
And Olivier just got roofed there.
That's posterizing.
Yeah, like back, front and back, they had her sandwiched, and still coming down with that sky ball. What a take that was. I love seeing that.
If anything, the teammate coming in to help maybe put Olivier off, but wow, see it again. That is such a good grab.
Coaches or captains of the Germany mixed team, please come to the main desk.
The stadium is kicking off here.
That was Romaldi who got that Sky D, and she definitely deserves that name shout out for that incredible, not Sky D, but Sky take.
We did not just see that, but there was a layout needed for the first pass.
Jesus, the nerves are up. Oh, and they've gone the big one. Bengi will take this at midfield. Patino's deep. They've jacked it. Patino, we're going to Universe Point. Derbs, it's all happening.
We are going to Universe Point. Not quite as exciting as an offensive look as what we just saw for the previous break, but we'll give it a beautiful lead pass and a perfectly weighted huck. No layout required, no sky required, just free deep.
Universe Point women's semi winner advances to the showcase tomorrow. Loser will be relegated to the bronze medal match, and that, beyond anything else, means an earlier wake up.
Absolutely, and all I'm going to say is two things. Numero uno. When you're a European super team and no one's in charge, how do you pick your must-win D-line? Rock, paper, scissors?
I think there is some people in charge.
Okay.
Yes.
Numero two. If you are the Tequila leadership right now, do you send out a power line?
Yes.
Yes?
100%.
All right.
I mean, yeah, there's no way. I mean, potentially your O-line already is your power line, but if not, if there's one defender, and I take in-game form into account. Somebody's playing hot, like Romoldi, I'd maybe put her on.
Oh, that's a turnover, unfortunately. And Marti just bounced out the hands. Whoop for the win, over the top. It's Gerner out of hand.
Not going to be that easy. It was blocked in front of Gerner. Two there, the throw not quite big enough.
Tequila have to keep a lid on it. They have to stay calm. Doesn't want the huck.
The deep was clear, about 3-4 meters there, but didn't want to put the risk, and I like that. Albani. Big layout to take it away.
Zhang with the disc. Over to Benzi. Olivier with the disc now. Striking deep player. Can they get the bookends? Is it going to be a goal? It's a goal. That's the win for WOOP. The semi-final is decided. WOOP advance to the final.
Wow, what a awesome game. Absolutely loved that. WOOP needed to use every last gallon in the tank to make that one work, to get over that line. I am gobsmacked. I mean, you see Tequila Jr. celebrating, and I think that is very deserved. They were probably not even meant to be in the conversation for finals. Probably not meant to be in the conversation for semis. And yet they knock off their big sister. They push WOOP to the brink. I mean, big round of applause for that team. And I know we're going to see a lot of those names on the European scene for years to come, Derbs.
Yeah, absolutely. Stars of the future, I'm sure. And a huge shout out to both teams for giving us such an incredible women's semi-final. Thank you so much. You've got a couple of the highlights here. That's the turnover just before the universe point. We see an immediate pickup. Just watch it again over the top. That's the turnover off the hands of Gerner. We've had an absolute blinder of a game here. We'll leave you with these highlights while we say goodbye. Keep your eyes on ULTI.TV for the rest of the afternoon. We've got semis coming at you galore, and you are not going to want to miss it. For Amelia Durbin and Steph Rapazzo, we will see you soon.
Come and get it, 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 come and get it. If you are looking for one hell of a ride, just come and get it, baby, I'm all yours. Oh, 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 I'm a bit too much, but I'm finding it. When I'm at the top, I just wanna play. If you are looking for one hell of a ride, just come and get it, baby.
Thanks.
Yeah, ultimate.
ULTI.TV.
Want your kisses in the morning light. Wanna be next to you every night. No, I shouldn't love you, but I might. 'Cause your lips, they taste like cherry wine. You're no good for me. We're so bittersweet, but I still want you. I do. Baby, can't you see what you do to me? I just can't resist you. You got me thinking like